Welcome to class summit. So to begin, I have my pattern paper and the marker. I'm going to mark out 4 inches first, which is for the overlap of the blouse, okay? So I'm going to mark out 4 inches. My measurement is now going to begin from the line that I have marked out. So from there, I'm going to measure my neck width, which is 3 inches. And I'm also going to measure my shoulder divided by 2, which is 7.5. And I will come down on the shoulder line by 1.5. This is for the front, right? And then I will get my rule and then connect it to the neck point. So once that is done, I'm going to take my measuring tape, and mark 3 inches for the depth of the neckline. And I will get my curve and connect it like so. Okay, so from the shoulder point or from the shoulder line, I'm going to measure my bust length, the under bust, and the waist length, which is the half length and where the blouse is going to stop. Okay, I'll mark the same thing on this other side so that I'll be able to roll it across. So I will just roll them across like so. Okay, just patiently watch this video and you're going to learn so much. And if you've not subscribed, please kindly do so and subscribe to this channel. So from the bust line, I'm going to come up by 1.5 inch to get the depth of my armhole. 1.5 inch from the bust length to get the depth of my armhole. So I'm going to measure my shoulder divided by 2 so that I'll be able to connect them together to the shoulder line like this. Okay, so once that is done, I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4 on the armhole line. I'll still mark the same thing on the bust line, and then I will mark my waist circumference divided by 4 plus 1 inch for that, for basic dart intake, and I'll connect them together like this. Okay, now you can decide not to add the dart intake for the waist until you've actually taken away the darts and then mark out anything that you've taken out. So I'm going to mark my bust span, which is the nipple to nipple, divide by 2. I have 3.75 there. Now connect them on a straight line. So on that line, I'm going to mark half inch on both sides for the basic dart intake, and I'm going to connect it to the bust point, just the way you're seeing it. Okay, so we're making progress, and at this point, there's no need dividing the shoulder into two. This is an armhole princess dart, so we're going to be doing that on the armhole area. I'm going to connect the lines as you're seeing it from the bust point to where I want it to be. But at this point, I'm going to divide the shoulder into two, go in by 0.75, and from there connect to my armhole like this, 0.75. Once this is done, I'm now going to take my curve or my ruler. I don't want it to be too curvy. We'll just draw it this way down to where I want the connection to be. Could be at the midpoint, could be anywhere, depending on what you want. So I'm going to come down by 1.5 inch. You can also do 1 inch, right? And I'll connect it the same way, just like that. And whatever I use for the tightening, I'm going to raise that by the same measurement. If it's 1.5 inch, I'm going to raise it up by 1.5 inch, and from there my new armhole is taken. So I want to be sure that it is actually 1.5 inch so that I don't make a mistake. Okay, so I'll just connect it like this, and that is my new armhole line. So we are making progress. Now the next thing is for the dart tightening at the under bust. We are going to tighten the under bust. From the normal dart leg, I'm going to come out by 1 inch and the other part 0.5 inch. And I'll connect to the bust area, making sure that the lines touches each other. The armhole line touches the curve like this, and I'm going to connect the other parts like so. This is it. I'll bring the dart legs down. You could do a straight line down, I could slant it a bit depending on what you want, but here it is straight down. Okay, so I hope you're getting value from this class. Now I'm going to measure my actual waist circumference and then take whatever the dart legs says and add it up together to get my actual measurement. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the under bust. Get my under bust measurement, then measure whatever it is in the dart and add it back. You can see that we no longer have the lines that we have before. So I'm going to reconnect the lines. In this case, your pattern is safe and you are not owing your pattern and your pattern is not owing you. Okay, so this is all we've got for basic bodice. I'm going to take my armhole, the bust darts, which is the difference between the front half length and the back half length, to make the bust darts. I'll mark it from the bust line down. So I'm going to connect to the 4 inches that I marked before. Now this is it. I want to redraw the neckline. I want to shift it by 0.5 inch or thereabouts. Let it just have some space. Okay. So I'm going to connect that to the 4 inches that I marked out before. That line is just going to go straight to the down, as in using the slanted ruler, connect it to the last point. So here I decided I still want to use the 0.5 inch. Okay, so I'm going to just connect it like this, straight down, straight down. Okay, so I will just cut them out. Cut, 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 cut. Close your bust dart. Once you cut to the bust point, close the bust dart. And this is what we have. So I've padded it. If you have yours, this is how you're going to pad your own. You can pause it at this point to take a good look at it. So after padding, I've joined the pieces together, and this is me trying to show you the inside of it. Okay, so once this is done, make sure the CF side matches up together. Okay, make sure it matches up properly. That is how it should be. And so once this we're at this point, I'm going to have my band attached to the blouse, and after that we attach it also to the skirt to form a gown. Of course, this is a gown and you've seen the picture. All right, everything else is done and done. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.